That'll really burn your pizza. That cat is covered in chemicals. And hey, where the hell did this waterfall come from? We're rounding up some insane video from the past few days here on your News Refresh. But before we begin, give us a hot subscribe at the News Refresh on YouTube for more weird and interesting news stories each and every day. Thanks. So this video out of Texas is crazy, and that's saying something, considering that's the state that produced video of an alligator gearing up to eat some Girl Scouts. So right now, you're looking at footage from earlier in March out of a pizza joint in San Angelo, Texas. That's the owner of the place right there, preparing to light the pilot to his pizza oven. That's when, boom, the thing bursts into flames and our owner is thrown to the ground.
There's a pilot. That pilot turns off sometimes. And then, of course, once you light the pilot, then everything else flames up. So everything was off. Let's just light it, and 1 out of a million.
From the floor, he takes off his shirt and gets up. And fortunately, he's now recovering.
This minor burns all the way through here, armpit right here. So lost my eyebrows. Just more the scare than anything.
Now, even though Pizza Hut's most recent Pizza Trends report found that demand remains high in 2024 for sweet and spicy offerings, being blasted by oven flames isn't the kind of heat most people desire. And when this all went down, the intensity of this burst made our owner here think that he was on fire.
And I watched that video, and it's terrifying. I mean, like I said, I thought there was more to it than what should have happened, and because I'm just counting my blessings, and an angel was with me. And God, Jesus was right there beside me and pushed me out of the way.
This pizza place's owner notes that the reason he was opening the store on this day was because the manager who usually does it was off.
Now I know in a split second, just getting out of bed, just to come open the front door. Like I said, that's all I was supposed to do, just open the front door.
It's believed that this explosion was triggered by a gas bubble that can't be seen, heard, or smelled. And you thought your gas bubbles were silent but deadly. A city in Japan may need to radio in the cat pack because officials are on full paw patrol right now because of these things. Yeah, those are paw prints believed to have been made by a dangerous chemical cat. Hold up, a chemical cat? Yes, it sounds like a villain straight out of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but it's believed these paw prints are linked to an animal that fell into a dangerous tank of chemicals last weekend. It went down at the Nomura Meki Fukuyama factory, a metal plating place that carries out industrial machine surfacing. That's where last Monday, a worker discovered these paw prints leading from a 3-meter deep tank of hexavalent chromium. That's not a fork of your favorite web browser. As noted by OSHA, hexavalent chromium is a toxic form of the element chromium that can cause lung cancer, rashes, nosebleeds, and other unpleasant things. Also known as chromium-6, it's also one of the stars, along with Julia Roberts, of the 2000 biopic Erin Brockovich, which told the story of a fight against a utility company accused of polluting water in California with this stuff. This factory security camera footage from last Sunday shows our cat here strutting out of the place, presumably drenched in the orange-brown acidic carcinogenic chemical, and making its way back out into the public. The public, of course, has been warned not to approach Garfield here. And despite neighborhood searches, as of press time, nobody's laid their eyes on this chemical-laced kitty yet. However, in this interview with CNN, an expert on chemical risks said this cat is probably dead or dying shortly, given they clean their fur by licking it. And their fur, of course, is probably covered in deadly chemicals. I'm not a cat. And hey, if you think falling into a vat of chemicals in Japan is dangerous, how about descending into a secret waterfall? A secret waterfall, of course, sounds like the kind of place you'd want to get married or something. But for this skier from New Zealand who is just in Japan, his GoPro footage just captured an even more terrifying plunge than a lifetime of commitment and devotion. He's skiing here in this picturesque mountainous terrain of Hokkaido, which all seems pretty calm and quite peaceful until he approaches this edge. Yeah, he fell into a hidden waterfall that led into a natural hot spring. Fortunately, our skier wasn't injured, though it did take him a bit of time to climb out of this unexpected hole. He was even able to free himself with his GoPro and ski equipment intact. A far more pleasant fate than what always happened to the guy in the Ski Free game that came with old computers.